Yeah.
Is that gonna be on there?
No.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about.
The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Sport. And once again, it is the Barnes and Tony Show.
What's up,
Anthony,
dude?
how are you? I have to say, spot on. I actually forgot about that. So for you to remember, that is a job well done. And that is something.
Thank you, dude.
that
Stop it. Thank you.
Were you ever a big Waka?
I don't know. I mean, I thought he was funny. You know, I listened to him on the radio when it was on and stuff, but I wasn't like, following him that much. I wouldn't say so, no.
Just when that came out, though, that was a jam.
It was.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Come on. On the car, on your way to get to the diner, dude. You're bumping this.
And it's just crazy. Like, obviously, everything's just so different now with streaming, with YouTube, with Spotify. But what a big deal it was if a song came out, like an artist released a CD or, whatever, an album, and it was a quote-unquote radio show. I'm not radio show, but radio song, because they didn't like play every song on the radio.
Right.
And like there was a lot of songs that like people really liked, but they wouldn't get on the radio. And especially the cursing was, of course, a big part in that.
They were put on, the censored song of the, version on the radio edit, dude.
Did you grow up, as a BLI listener or Hot 97?
No.
Anything.
Hot 97, I guess, was on sometimes, but I was a big 104.3 kid growing up in New York, dude.
Really?
Classic rock radio station.
Interesting.
Also, I think 89.5 was like Seton Hall's radio station, and they were, I guess, I don't know if it's because it was a college radio station, but they were able to play songs with curses and stuff.
Oh,
so
really?
I would listen to that, dude. Like that was sick. 89.5 growing up. I don't think they have it anymore, though. Dude.
Oh, they don't have it.
I think it's been dissolved.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting though. I don't, like what do you think future wise for terrestrial radio? Like, I think Sirius should be fine, but like especially AM, I think there's some like issue with something else that the Earth needs or something that they're gonna have to do. I don't know if you heard
Earth.
I don't know. There's look it up. It's like, why do they have to get rid of AM radio or something?
Does that have something to do with the frequency? I would imagine automakers are leaving out AM radio.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Possible electromagnetic interference with the powertrain. That's not good. So I guess it's just future wise, like future towards electric vehicles. I mean, I don't think that's really. I don't know. I feel like obviously AM radio is pretty. I mean, radio in general, I mean, you could argue is not really that popular, but I don't know. I feel like it's good to have for emergencies, specifically like I remember like when when Sandy hit, we were without power for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom and I would like go in the car and listen to the only thing that was coming through was AM radio.
Oh,
AM radio. We got any updates, news, what have yous, dude. So. I think maybe, radio shouldn't be really too far gone. And plus, honestly, dude, I was actually telling Mike this the other day. I've been like slapping some radio stations recently, like in my car instead of like, having to put a song on, whatever. You just like surf the radio waves. It's a great time.
Any in particular station or?
It's kind of tough because I honestly, I still don't even really know much of Connecticut stations, maybe 95.5. And there was definitely like a 101.3, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that was KC 101 growing up. That was the big one. But Power 97 became
Power
big.
97, dude. Yes, I heard that.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, just with all the other options. Like, do you think long term though, like FM radio, Sirius XM radio, do you think they'll stay put or?
No.
Eventually, sayonara.
Yeah, dude. Because like XM Radio, the big thing with them was like they were kind of they could do whatever they want almost. Curse,
Right.
whatever.
But I mean, I think there is a convenience factor in terms of you just tune to a station instead of pulling up the YouTube, searching. You know what I mean? Like for certain things.
I guess so, but I mean, like even Sirius XM, like they have an app too where I can go on my phone and use that. Like and there's like also like Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. Barstool has their own stuff.
I do like though the clean broadcast though. That is nice that you don't have to worry about any static.
Yeah, no, it is cool.
And it's just the different programming than what we're used to.
Yeah.
Because I didn't, maybe till I guess at this point it's probably been 6 or 7 years, but never listened to Sirius XM Radio. And I know like I think the big part, of course, the dog, but also just I like music, and I know you could just listen to this on terrestrial radio. But the fact that it's random, you're not selecting,
right.
You're not overdoing the same things.
And
like,
you're not like having to really think about it,
Yeah. Yeah. Because obviously we saw by Michael's thoughts on my music selection at the Pong last week, that sometimes that could be a struggle.
Yeah. I don't think you really liked it that much, dude.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just thought he would like, I don't know. I thought he would like some like EDM house, but like it doesn't seem like that's his thing.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. Dude.
What about you, dude?
I don't like listen to it on my own, but I mean, I don't mind it either.
Like, doesn't it like with a good bass, like it is kind of like,
dude.
yeah.
It gets you pumped up, dude. It's good house music, party music. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I think that's the whole point there. Yeah.
That is the whole point. We're wearing all white today, Brian. Are we worried?
It's a theme.
Are you a little nervous?
We nervous about what?
I don't know. Get a stain on your shirt, on your hat,
Oh,
dude.
no. Well, I mean, no water, no coffee, no food. There's nothing to stain.
You're gonna
Tony.
eat at some point today, Brian. Like,
I don't know. Honestly, the way the day's shaping up, and there's just so much to do. There might not be time, Tony. How many hours for you last night?
It's funny. I want to say like 7. Almost 7, I want to say.
That's huge for you, no?
Yeah, because I woke up at like 6 again today. Like
went to bed early, didn't stay up for the whole Mets game.
No, I did not. Although I got back up because who was it? Mendick, I think, hit a home run in like the 9th or the 8th. And I was like, oh wow! Like, and then did Vientos homer after that too? I think so. We'll talk about it. But
yeah.
I kind of was like, oh man, I was like 7-4. I was like, oh, maybe they can kind of come back. I kind of got back up, and they didn't. So
not worth it.
No.
Michael saying Brian's outfit shows how much Riz he has. I know we talked about this, but I completely forgot what the deal with that was.
Riz, the word Riz. It's just Michael's poor attempt at trying to stay young,
Oh, okay.
No, it's like
aging before our eyes.
Yeah.
Michael
it's just like you have like you're suave, you're smooth.
Rico Suave.
Exactly, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anything on the horizon today, food wise for you? Anything exciting?
Peanut butter and jelly for lunch.
Any substantial dinner or TBA?
I mean, it is TBA, because we do have the long shoot day.
Yeah. Could be a Southport pizza.
It could be, dude. Honestly, we were in Milford yesterday at a cafe right near Colony, and it was just like so hard not to go. But if not, we go home. We got some mac and cheese I can make. I didn't food shop. I didn't have the food shop this weekend. I've been, whatever's around the house, I've been eating. So
yeah, sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's
yeah.
No, it's tough. You go through the process, like you have something. All right. This could do for dinner, and then like going into it though, you're not excited. You take up a couple bites, and you're like, I'm not getting this. And it delays the whole process. You got to order, pick up, whatever.
Or you just call it a night at that point. Just
imagine the personal chef, like how ridiculous that
how
would
much
be.
time it would save, dude.
Yeah.
I forget what did I have. Last night I had an egg sandwich for dinner. It was really good though.
The place that we went to last night that I mentioned, 2020 Tap House, and I might have mentioned these dips, I don't know, but we always start with the buffalo chicken and the spinach artichoke, Tony. But not only do they go tortilla chips, but they go like a garlic type of bread, all like small chunks to dip in. The buffalo chicken. The buffalo chicken, it's actually like chunks of chicken cutlet in this like creamy buffalo sauce with like peppers and stuff.
It sounds so good, dude.
Ridiculous.
How much you can probably have it all to yourself, honestly.
I definitely got pretty full, from that. But luckily, it was like Taco Tuesday or something. So it wasn't like a crazy meal. They just had like chicken and beef tacos, but definitely would like get something else next time. But it's just that's me. That's my against my better judgment because sports bar getting tacos, like it's like it's like getting pizza at a convenience store.
Right. 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's it's tough. You try to go out there Taco Tuesday.
No, and then you would have been tight too.
Oh no.
We weren't there that late. I don't know. We got there maybe 8:00, 8:15. Like a Allagash draft. We're all out. Could I interest you in a shock top? And I said, absolutely not.
Shock top.
And it's crazy because back like college days, I really did like shock top, but I just like don't even want to think about it at this point. I don't know.
Shock top is nasty.
Even Blue Moon too.
Blue Moon's. I've never liked those two beers.
Okay. But it is, I guess, like she was trying to say that it's similar to Allagash shock top, but I don't see that.
Yeah. Did you tell her that?
No. Josh B in the house.
Uh-oh. Morning, gents. He says,
let's go! Always good to hear from Josh B.
How was the movie?
Yeah, we wanted to know how was the movie? What was the movie? I wouldn't be surprised if it was something that Tony's already reviewed on Screen Time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Never know, Tony.
Hopefully, you get stuck watching like some rom-com. Maybe it was The Proposal, Sandra Bullock.
Do we have any clarity on Bullock? Do you think her name gets cleared for either scandal?
No, I don't think so, dude. I looked up the video, by the way, with the cream.
Yeah,
on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
It was nice.
You really want to know what it is?
No. Well, I mean, I from baby skin, right? Like that's
foreskin specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. You with the face, dude.
That's what they said.
So she's on your shit list now or no?
I mean, I don't know, man. If she wants to rub foreskin juices on her face, that's fine, I guess. I mean, I guess you got to do something with the foreskins, right?
Is there anybody that stands out in the realm, the Hollywood realm that you think has their hands clean?
I heard Pierce Bronson does.
Really?
Yeah, it's the word on the street.
I feel like he's just ripped, though.
Yeah. Could be ripped. Could just be that, dude.
That used to be Matt and Joey's favorite show to watch. Fuck, That's Delicious with Pierce Bronson.
Are you thinking of
I'm thinking of
Bronson?
Action Bronson. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Did you ever used to like that though?
Yes, I did enjoy Action Bronson.
No, but that
show, yeah,
that
fuck
show.
That's Delicious. I think it's awesome.
I mean, and I'm sure you could imagine Matt, like just how sick he thought it was. Like,
Yeah.
you're just going to like try like banging food, like the wine. Like, this is
yeah,
ridiculous.
exactly,
like,
dude.
My wife is catching up on Harry Potter. Order of the Phoenix is what we watched. I have not gotten through the whole.
I
Harry
know
Potter
how you
movie.
feel about Harry Potter, but
You're big on Harry Potter?
Honestly, it's a really good series. I will say the movies are awesome, especially when you get like towards where they're at. Order of the Phoenix, I think, is like the 6th one or something like that. Maybe the 5th one, and the 6th one's the Half-Blood Prince, I think.
Okay.
Dude, fucking sick, honestly. Like where he is, great movies. You should really check it out. Is Sam not big on Harry Potter?
No. More Disney than Harry Potter, I would say.
Disney, like the animated ones, like Pixar.
No, but not like I didn't even mean like there's like she like loves it or anything. I'm just saying like if she was gonna go one or the other, that not animated though, really.
Oh, no, animated. Josh P says yes. The war is about to start.
I was just listening live, and I know Barnes is so riled that Sam isn't into Harry Potter.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Well, because what is it? The two, it's Ron and is it what's the girl? Hermione. I mean, tell me they're not complete chiefs though. I mean, like with the accent, like okay, like I don't know,
because they're English.
But like,
no, I agree. I don't like English people can stick it, honestly.
No, but I'm just saying, like, just watching that movie, I don't know. It's like you read the book.
Did you? Who read the book?
You didn't read the book?
I didn't read the fucking books.
Really?
No. The movie. There's movies.
Okay. Well, you know what it was, Tony? I'm getting confused. The age gap between us. When you grew up, you were kind of like you're the age that you would read that. That was old stuff, like you know what I mean. But I'm serious. When I grew up, when I was in elementary school, middle school, that was everybody's rushing to get Harry Potter books.
Yeah, I remember. I remember kids like reading the books. I think I may have read the first one when I was a kid, but it wasn't like I wasn't at that stage. Yeah, of like I want to read.
But you wanted to read Series of the Unfortunate Events.
I mean, I've kind of had to read those, like 6th grade.
I thought like you seem almost tight though, because I feel like when we talked about this before, you were riled.
No, I do. I was riled that you read, Brian. Really.
Well, I mean that I read, Tony. That's the correct thing. I read box scores and sports articles now.
But no, it was one of the better books I've had to read. It definitely beat To Kill a Mockingbird. Jesus, dude, they had to read like 4 times for school. So yeah, it was a good read.
Josh saying wife is also a Disney head and he's 40 and never read them.
You don't have to, dude. No one has to read those books.
No,
that's why they made the movies.
Yeah,
like honestly, come on.
But like, dead serious to Tony though, like juiced up, like watching those movies.
Yeah.
Like initially, do you rewatch them? Like
I do rewatch them when they're on. Like if it's on too, I'm pretty hyped about it. I will say though, I mean, like a lot of major franchises, I think the ending was a little rough.
Yeah. Was it Ron and Hermione stroked or no?
No. No main characters. Well, I wouldn't say main, but the 3 kids, no one croaked.
Okay.
Other people croaked, like her, one of Ron Weasley's brother.
Ron Weasley. Though, come on, Tony.
I know.
Like, how could I just don't get how you could like listen to Ron Weasley talk and take him seriously and like be intrigued, like, oh, what's Ron gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? No.
No, I agree. I get it. I mean, at face value, what you're hearing, yeah, it's kind of tough. Ron Weasley, but
Quidditch, dude, Quidditch.
Dude, there's some kid I went to high school. He's in like a Quidditch league now and stuff.
Like what? Like, you know what I mean? That's really tough.
I know they have like leagues, dude. Like professional, like I don't know, professional, but college.
Yeah,
leagues.
Wow.
In Quidditch.
I feel like you were almost impressed how much I was chiming in yesterday on Screen Time with you and Manny.
Yeah, I guess it was pretty good. Yeah.
A lot of comments though. It was like prefer level. Comments.
Honestly, it was. It's almost like you are prefer.
No, I was wrong too. Manny's tight about movie production. Honestly,
no, he is.
Yeah,
if anyone is, he is. Yeah, he knows it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good episode.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot to get to, Tony. But let's start with this week's BMW Championship. So this is the second leg of the 3-tournament FedEx Cup playoffs here. And this one in Chicago at Olympia Fields. And this is a place where John Rahm 3 years ago outdueled Dustin Johnson in a playoff after hitting, I believe, a 50-foot putt to win the 2020 BMW Championship. So this is the first time, he's back here. And next year, this is actually going to be in Colorado. I was listening to some PGA Tour radio this morning, and that's what they were talking about. So a lot of interesting storylines here, and it was funny too. And you've like obviously you haven't heard a ton, Tony, but like you've heard some of like Rahm press conferences, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of funny, like so before he got really good, I feel like he was always known as a hothead, not really a nice guy. And I feel like after winning these majors, he's kind of more friendly, but it's still like, I feel like when he's at the press conference, like he's still tight. Like it's still like, do you really have to like ask me all these questions?
Yeah. No, that's what it makes it seem like. He doesn't really want, like he doesn't want to be there.
No, and they were like asking him about how he's a favorite for player of the year, if he's thought about it. And he goes, with his accent, which I can't imitate, so I'm not even going to try. But he's like, I honestly never think about it unless you guys bring it up. And then like the reporter gets all nervous and he's like, my apologies. And John Rahm's like, no. I mean, you're just, that's your job. Like, no, I get it, man.
So he's tight.
But no, I just thought that was kind of funny.
Also, do we have a issue? What's this photo you sent me?
Oh, I'm so glad that I remembered. That's got to be someone just spamming me, right? Because the name of who sent it, like that would say Facebook admin if there was actually an issue.
Yeah, dude, don't click anything.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I didn't. I just wanted to make sure. I know you're on top of it, Tony. That's why I sent it right to you.
INC, International Concepts? I don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
Matthew says, look at yas, love you guys, shout out, hashtag the company. Love hearing from Matthew, of course.
Yes.
But do you ever, it made me think of like that, like do you ever mess with like the people trying to like spam advertise call you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I've yelled at people before on the phone for calling.
Bronxy checking in.
Bronxy, what up, dude?
Tough times, brother. I know.
Have you?
Yeah, because like they're senior to Medicare or whatever,
Yeah.
the person on the phone, and I'm literally like, they're like asking if I'm interested. I'm like, no, and then they're like, why? I'm like, because I'm 30 years old, and they just hung up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious, dude. I've definitely told someone like, oh, I know, like I'm tracking you down right now. Like, I know where you are.
No, I
dude.
did see that one time. I was like, yeah, I know this is a scam. I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, exactly.
They automatically hang up. Like,
Yeah.
how'd you say that? So thought that was funny. But anyway, Tony. So as you can imagine, a loaded field here. Your typical list of contenders. Rory coming off a strong finish last week. And also two-time defending BMW champion Patrick Cantlay did not win it at this venue though, but did place tied 12th here in 2020. And you also have Scotty Scheffler. He was tied 20th here back in 2020. Obviously one of the more consistent players on tour this year. Victor Hovland. We talked about John Rahm. What about the hottest golfer on tour, Lucas Glover? So it'll be interesting to see, can he contend again? I mean, could you imagine that literally would be the most unexpected stretch, I think, in PGA Tour history if Lucas Glover wins 3 straight events.
Kind of be ridiculous.
But I feel like he's going to
he's not.
Yeah, he's going to finish pretty low. Josh B, getting a kick out of that.
I will find you. That's so funny. Liam Neeson, dude. Taken? You seen it?
Heard of it. Haven't seen it.
You probably won't like it.
Yeah, Chief, right?
Well, I mean, it's a good movie, but
yeah, that sounds like
it's not really your thing.
Moving along here, we got Max Homa, Tommy Fleetwood, Xander Schauffele coming off tied 24th last week. And you also have Jordan Spieth, who finished tied 6th last week. The Canadian Corey Connors, Sungjae Im, Hideki Matsuyama, Russell Henley, Emiliano Grillo, Ricky Fowler, Matt Fitzpatrick, Tyrrell Hatton, and Colin Morikawa. Obviously a very small field here, Tony. So I feel like this is one of those rare times when, we're usually looking at the tournament winner. We're talking about fields of at least 130, most likely almost 160, where, you're trying to be different. But this, I mean, tell me I'm wrong, but with a field of 50, you would think that the top talent would stand out and stand the test of Olympia Fields here.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be like an obvious outright winner? You're saying?
Well, I think no one outside the top 10. In terms of like world golf ranking or
right.
Just
okay, yeah. I can see what you're saying there. Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. I know you've done your homework here. Are you confident?
Yeah, I think I am confident. And I think my pick here is going to be a John Rahm pick.
Wow.
I just think that he's kind of overdue for a victory.
I was just going to say that.
He did win this in 2018, I think, right?
2020.
It was 2020, really?
Yeah, it was 2020. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was the playoff with DJ.
Okay, cool. So, and I just think, because at first you're thinking, Cantlay just won it back to back, like go to the third year in a row, that'd be sick. But I don't know, man. I just feel like the odds of that happening, and on top of that, never winning at this course, specifically here in Chicago, I just think John Rahm is going to be that kind of outlier victory. And I'm going to say around 15 under.
Okay. I could definitely see that. Speaking of law of averages, and I wanted to double check my stats on this. So if you could just hold with me one second, but I am going with the theme, a heavyweight here for sure. But I just wanted to double check I was correct about this. Okay, yeah. So Scotty Scheffler has not won since March, the Players' Championship. So, we're going on 5 months here, Tony. And I know he's been great. I mean, his worst finish was last week, tied 31st at FedEx St. Jude. So I just think he gets it done. He's due. He's been consistent. I think he can deal with the weather, Tony, which doesn't look too bad, right?
No, not at all.
What do you think about that one?
I love it. Love that pick, dude.
I mean, how do you finish? Just listen to this stretch from May to July, a 2-month stretch. 5th, 2nd, 3rd, 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 4th, 3rd.
Jesus.
And I know 23, 31, but resetting.
Yeah, bound to get like an actual victory here.
I mean, would you say top 5 lock or no?
Yeah, top 5 lock.
Underdog. What do we got?
I'm gonna go with Sungjae Im.
Any rhyme or reason there?
The
Law?
Yeah. 25 years old,
Talented.
youthful, Korea.
Like, let's go, America.
Yeah, let's go, dude. South Korea dying to be here. Literally. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with a guy who
Tyrell
I
Hatton.
feel. No, I think you like taking Tyrell
I think I
Hatton.
may have taken him once.
But I'm gonna go with a guy who, we've kind of talked about what type of season these guys have had. And I think this is a guy who came so close to winning last year. I think it was the Waste Management, Tony. This year, he really has not done too well. I guess so. That's not okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, I mean, tied 2nd at the RSM. Fall schedule he did pretty good, but a 9th at the Masters, a 5th at the RBC Heritage. But other than that, I mean, he hasn't had a top 10 since April. And that's Sahith Theegala, Tony.
Wow, dude.
Always one of our personal favorites.
I love that.
So I think this is a let's get this done, America situation.
Yeah, I guess so. Sahith Theegala?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get that done, America. Is this talk getting you out for the course, Tony?
Dude, tomorrow, I'm so amped.
Legendary.
Really, it's gonna be great, dude.
The transfusions,
Dude, that they sound so delicious.
I can't believe you haven't had one.
Never
Tony.
had one.
Have you heard of it?
Just from you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And the type, I sent you like the orange one because we had the orange and the cranberry infused ones yesterday. But the OG, I guess, as Michael would say, is the grape one.
No
kind of reminds
kidding.
you of like a popsicle type flavor.
Is that your favorite?
Yeah. Everybody said it, but cranberry's close, but the grape. So I'm gonna try my best to get those. And what's just kind of interesting too, and I don't get the angle here, but like where we're playing tomorrow, in the bar, they don't have those cans, but they make it for you. But the cart girl has the cans.
Okay.
I don't get that.
It's just semantics.
And it's weird too. Like I guess it's just mixed better, in the can. I like the can so much better. Like they're like, I mean, I guess if you're trying to get like jacked up, like I guess it's good, going to Zodi's and getting it. But
jacked up.
But I don't know. I mean, even I know, you the drinking, Tony, but you don't like stuff too strong. I'm serious.
No, yeah, of course. I want
mild.
it to still taste good.
It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, right?
Yes, it's very true, dude.
I never understood that though. People start out hot, like just like almost like vodka on the rocks. Like,
yeah, it's too much, dude.
Rugby days though? Or that was the beer, the Schaefer's.
It was definitely a lot of the Schaefer's, dude. Yeah.
When was the last time you had a Schaefer?
Honestly, it wasn't, I don't know, maybe like a month ago.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple bars on Fifth Ave that have Schaefer.
On tap.
Cans mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then anytime I see it, in the liquor store, gotta get it, dude. They don't have it very often, so.
Is it still somewhat discounted compared to its other brethren in the light beer department?
Oh yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's very cheap.
Like a 30's like 25 or something?
Way cheaper than that. I think it's like 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Just feel like I don't know. But you're Miller High Life over Shavers though, right? Or no? The bottle
is nice, dude. Yeah, it depends on what I'm doing. But if it's like, if I want the bottle, I would definitely go High Life.
Bottle over can though, in general?
Yes.
Like,
well, yeah, in general, yeah.
I don't get why there's there's this opposition against that. I feel like a bottle is so sick.
Yeah, the bottle is sick, but the only thing it's like, if you're going to like a house and you're getting really trashy, break a glass.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't like control yourself.
No, you can, but accidents happen, Brian. All right, you're playing an intense game of Stack Up or something in this glass bottle or something, dude.
Oh my God, what would you say your best skill wise in all of the drinking games? Like, where would you say your strong point
My
is?
best game?
Yeah.
Probably there's this game called Tits. Some people call it Chesties.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah, where you kind of bounce the ball into your partner's chest,
right,
off their chest into a cup, and then the opposing team drinks and then drinks and
Yeah,
flips.
no,
that cup
I've
each day.
played it before. Very, very infrequently, but I have played
Yeah, it is a very involved game. And then like after you clear, both games, you double bounce into the middle cup, and the losing team has to split a full beer in that cup. So it's like not a lot of people play it, and a lot of people like have played it at parties too. And people are like, what? Like, I can't. Like people just can't handle it.
Speaking of not handling it, I feel like you must have seen a lot of that during the rugby drink down days.
The drink downs,
Like, because
yes,
right,
dude.
isn't it always too like so ridiculous? Like I don't know, Edward 40 hands and stuff.
Oh my god, dude, yeah.
Was it a rough initiation for you, like freshman year or no?
No, it wasn't like rough, dude. I mean, it was just all in good fun.
Yeah, but
You
was
know?
it ever like I'm literally gonna throw up if I drink what they want me to or whatever? Like,
no, like because of how much
yeah, how
drinking
much
there
or how
is?
fast? Like,
No, it wasn't like, oh, chug this thing, like just it's not like, oh, chug this entire bottle of whiskey right now in front of me. Like, no, there wasn't none of that.
no,
dude.
because
None of that.
well, and obviously rugby is different than like a frat or something. You know what I mean? It's a little different. But like, I just heard crazy stuff. Like, I was never a part of one, but it's just like it's to the point where it's like, how is that fun? Like, what's the point, right? Like, am I missing something, Tony? Like, rugby, obviously, it's different. You're playing a sport. You guys are
Right.
connected in that way.
Mhm.
Like, but you don't need to do like ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, there's a happy medium, obviously.
I feel like you got a kick out of like bossing around like the underclassmen. Though.
Oh yeah, of course. It's just like is a thing, like. But again, like it's all like in good fun. No one gets hurt. Okay, no one's getting hurt.
But I would have loved to see you just wearing down the lawn. Though it definitely had to be hilarious, dude. You had to have been better at it than Jay. I feel like.
Yeah, I think so too. It's tough to take Jay that serious.
Right. Oh man, if there was only some footage, Tony, of those days.
I'm happy there isn't, dude.
Ryan McNeil says, Tony, fellas, like he'd be the GOAT flip cup player.
I mean, I don't want to say I'm good at everything, but I mean, I'm pretty good.
Flip cup or
Flip cup
pong, though.
If I had to choose,
Yeah, that you're
like just
better.
flip cup or pong.
Yeah.
Oh, that I'm better at. I guess pong,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's hit or miss. Very streaky, I think.
Wet table.
Yeah.
Do you in flip cup?
Oh,
class.
yeah, I know. Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
And then tables did make a difference too. You ever play? We used to play this game called relay race. You play relay race?
I don't think so. No.
It's like you set up like a little gauntlet on the table. So there's like 4 stations. Like the first station is you just bounce the ball into the cup, you drink it, and there's 2 flip cups, and then you shoot a pong shot, and it's like a team of 4.
Okay.
So once I go through that gauntlet, hit my pong shot, you go do the same thing. Michael go do the same thing. Renee go do the same thing, and the first whole team to finish, like a relay race.
Yeah.
Wins.
Okay.
Sick, dude. Great time.
I
And
can see that.
encompasses a lot of skills.
Mhm.
So that's like it's a good competitive game, dude. What about the competition, Brian?
I think we got something from the chairman.
From Josh B here?
No, Lonnie.
Oh, Lonnie, dude. He says, "Let's go!" I gotta keep this like on tap, dude. It's so much. Good morning, guys. Eagles down again, and the Pirates take all the Mets gold in that one inning. New York baseball is it's dreadful. Shout out to the company. He says,
Lonnie, the best. New York baseball, not right now. Josh saying, love me some good old pong.
dude.
And I think, unfortunately, Tony, good segue to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it. Yep.
And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So it does
but
seem
also,
like,
dude, are you all time pong? Like, that's
pong.
that's
Yeah.
it. Over
Flip
everything.
cup, like I said, the wet table. Like I've definitely had some like letting the team down, like can't get the flip up, like just randomly, just not doing it right. So
And you're blaming the table.
no, at the end of the day, it's me. But at least in pong, I mean, there's definitely some runs where it's like, what are you doing? Tony got it correct. Me, chairman, Josh, president. Oh! I thought for a second he said you got it correct, but I knew that I got it correct. That's why I was
Yes,
like
no,
a
you
little
are
confused.
correct.
Thanks for that, Lonnie. Appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, listen, Lonnie, Josh, I mean, they've been saying it for a while since I've known them, that it's over. It's a disgrace. there's no hope. And, we were all witnesses to that once again last night. The Yankees, one hit by the Atlanta Braves. Luis Severino gave up 3 earned runs over 4 to lower, Tony, his ERA to 7.98. And, besides this game, we talk all the time, about the joke, that the front office is, the management. And I don't know if you saw this, but this was big on Yankee Twitter yesterday. Randy Levine, Tony, who everybody's saying looks like a gremlin or something. I don't know. He's the Yankees president. I don't know if you've kind of heard of him. He's got like the crazy hair and all. He, who he reminds me of? Like it's not really that close, but he reminds me of it is Accepted, the guy who's like the old professor who South Harmon Institute of Technology. Like you saw that movie, right?
Yeah.
But like the guy who's like
Accepted.
becomes the dean,
Louis
like
Black.
the older guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what he looks like.
Like it's not close, but I'm just saying I don't know. He just reminds me of him for some reason. The demeanor, maybe.
Here we go. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I
just
could
all, like
definitely
the
see that,
scraggly
dude.
hair, I think is the big thing. But
Yeah.
Tony, they have the nerve yesterday to have a press release about a paddleboard league
Are you serious?
that they're creating. Yes. Look it up.
Oh gosh. David Yankee buys a pro. They bought a league.
I don't know the specifics, but they were announcing it yesterday. I mean, I could look on my end too. Let me just see here.
Are you saw on Twitter?
Okay, so A1 Paddle
and the
Yankees
Yankees
announced A1 Paddle's official U.S. debut, uniting paddle enthusiasts in New York City.
It's not like paddle board. It's like a pickleball league.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, and an event will be held the 9th to the 15th at Woolman Rink in Central Park. But are you kidding me? In the midst of the most embarrassing stretch in modern day franchise history, you're gonna have a press release about this.
Good for them having like their priorities straight and stuff.
I mean, so disgusting. Really, really just, talk about being completely finished. Let's catch up on the comments here. Lonnie.
Oh, wow.
Michael,
Okay.
Josh B.
All right, so here we go. The El Presidente, since he is Puerto Rican, he says, Michael Thiefo says, when we have the event here, we will have a beer pong tournament. Josh B says, you tortured yourself longer than we did. That's all.
I'm still tortured.
LOL.
I'm still tortured.
Lonnie's saying the event we need to plan out more. He likes torture clearly. Josh, do you, Brian?
No, it's just I don't know. I guess I'm just out of my mind, Tony, of how bad they've played. I don't even know what to say how I feel. I can't even describe it.
Michael, impressed with your mobile reference.
Meaning movie.
Movie, definitely. Yeah, makes sense. Accepted. Justin Long Fairfield. Yeah. And then Barnes is tight.
Yeah.
Barnes is tight, dude.
Yeah. And it's just like the Boone press conference after the game. We need to do better. We're capable of more. Shut the hell up. So ridiculous.
Dude, kind of ridiculous.
What did Lonnie say?
Probably something ridiculous. No. B, this is the same team that the GM held a conference during a damn game, bro. Wake up, he says.
We're up, Lonnie. We're up. Like we don't need.
When did he hold a conference during a game?
No, but I think I could be mistaken, but maybe it was. I think he's talking about right after the trade deadline.
Oh,
like
okay.
They had a game or whatever. And then Michael.
Oh,
with a. So,
Michael says, Lonnie, what do you want me to do? I have reached out twice. They are on vacation, and when they get back, we will have answers. RJ said, my hands are tied.
Will that be featured on Sandy Star or no?
Gotta be, right?
Yeah, right. The morning roasts.
He says, "Oh, I have faith it'll happen."
You know, I
Yeah.
wish I had faith that the Yankees would, maybe not finish 10 games under 500.
No. I think Michael's talking about the event.
I know, Tony. It was
Okay,
just a
just
good,
making sure.
it was a good segue.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Lonnie says, "I mean the event with us, Michael."
I guess now I was already confused, Tony, but now you know what I mean. I think it's just, but you understand how I'm just all over the place at this point.
With the
Yankees. I mean, it's just
how do you know what to feel, dude?
No, literally, like we're the three of us were all big Yankee fans last night. We're watching the game, like literally laughing at Severino giving up a 3-run homer. Dead serious. The one hit, the double play. I was literally like, yeah, I'm kind of excited to like watch this game, but if Bader grounds into a double play, like I'm just gonna turn it off. Next pitch, double play.
Jesus, dude.
And I'm thoroughly convinced like this is ultimate bottom.
Yeah.
That this year, I want to say, because I think the statistic is they need to go to win 90 games, they need to go 30-12. And I think they're more likely to go 12-30 the rest of the way than 30-12 to get to 90 wins. So that would be 72
and
90. What are you forecasting?
I mean, I feel like they can get to 80 wins.
But I just hope it's just a shade under 500, just to not give Cashman the chest moment, you know? We were all saying at this point, we basically want them to lose all the games. Like, it just as embarrassing as it gets, I think it forces Hal's hand more.
Yeah, I think it does too. Do you think it's gonna? I mean, do you think Cashman's gonna be gone?
Well, also, I did mention this yesterday, and then like when I was talking to them yesterday, they've heard it too. That there really is some buzz about potentially Jeter taking over as general manager.
Really?
Yeah. Like somebody on WFAN mentioned it, and then more stuff has been kind of swirling around.
That would be kind of crazy. I wonder how, like, I mean, come on. How reliable do you think that is, though? Well, I feel like the talk of the town was he doesn't want to. For a while.
But I feel like you're forgetting a crucial moment, something that happened on the field last year with Derek Jeter. They honored him.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the field.
Mm-hmm.
They're booing Hal.
Uh-huh.
And then he goes, "Trust me, you're not going to want to boo him." I'll just leave that there, Tony. You don't think that meant anything? Why would he say that? Why would Derek Jeter?
I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Does he think that like he would like? Is he looking to get us pissed off? Like I don't know. Like I don't think so. Plus, I know that you know this too. The prick that Brian Cashman is. You're telling me there's nothing Derek Jeter, who had to hear Brian Cashman say he would rather have Johnny Peralta at shortstop over him. He would want nothing more to take his job with the Yankees.
Yeah, probably. I guess, but I don't know, man. We'll see. I guess time will tell. Time will tell.
And I would appreciate too if we could get maybe Lonnie, Josh B, any thoughts here if they could see that happening, because I do think, and I know you would agree. And Yanni, I did the Yanni. That was a Yanni. That was a David Jeter.
I can't believe you did it.
Yanni. He says, "Yeah, I remember that Jeter speech too. He dropped some hidden gems in there. Hidden gems. Adam Sandler.
What?
Better Days.
You seen Hidden Gems?
Oh, it's uncut gems.
Uncut gems?
Is there a Hidden Gems? Was that what you like were thinking about, like calling the food thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, close though. Close.
Food sounds so good right now. Dude.
Yeah. How about water, Tony?
Do you want some water? I get you some water.
I mean, it would be nice.
All right.
But I mean, I think it's just so. Josh B says every day that goes by, I feel like Cashman needs to go more and more. And of course, Josh, I mean, there is no recent events to any type of leg to stand on with Brian Cashman that it actually makes sense as to why he's here. And you see it from the Boone press conferences, you see it from what Cashman says, and you see it from the play on the field. There's no plan. And it's like, this is the Yankees. This is the most storied franchise in Major League Baseball history. You can't wing it. You can't have no plan. And you can't have a team that has no chance on a nightly basis. And is, obviously, of course, yes, I'm the eternal optimist, but, I knew that stuff didn't look good, but really, 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 in being really sincere here, just never thought that it would reach this level. I mean, especially, with Judge coming back, I assumed that, you'd get something out of Stanton, something out of LeMahieu, and, something out of Rizzo. Obviously didn't know about the concussion at the time. Thank you, Tony. This is very clutch here. Nothing like ice cold water. Crisp, Tony. So I just didn't see it happening this way. I thought they would figure out a way to, at the very least, like, be an 89, 90 win team, maybe be a game or two out the final week, have a shot at the very least. And to be 60-60 for the first time since 1995, through 120 games, needing to go 30-12 to win 90 games. I mean, are you kidding?
Are you kidding?
So I really, that's my hope right here, Tony. The 90s Yankees coming back to take over their team and return their team to prominence. That's my hope.
You think it's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Georgie juicing one. Tony.
I've been hearing a lot of mixed things about the whole what is it? Legends Night, right? It's called the Legends game.
You mean the Old Timers Day?
Is it Old Timers Day, or I thought it was called Legends?
No, it's
game?
Old Timers Day.
Oh, yeah, the one coming up celebrating the 25th year.
Yeah. How they don't play the game anymore.
Yeah,
how
yeah.
ridiculous that is, and that's another thing. Like, what are you doing,
What
George? And what do we got? What do we got?
Josh B. I guess we can go back to Lonnie. I guess we will go back to Michael. But with the event, we'll talk after, honestly. Lonnie says, "Hey, Tony, making breakfast. Let me know what you're making."
Looks like bacon.
Josh B says, "A full revamp, but we have so much money in these old hurt players. When Cashman said we need to lose money to add money, it really bothered me." He says, "You are worth $8 billion. Money should be no issue."
Right. And I've mentioned this a million times. It's like, you're stuck paying these guys anyway. So why not eat 80%? You're going to save something, Brian. Can you open your eyes? Like,
Brian.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Like,
Brian.
Just like trading Stanton and starting Everson Pereira, eating 80% of the contract. That would be such a good move. But it's like,
what are you doing?
We don't want to do that. We want to cover up our mistakes that can't be covered up because we're terrible at what we do.
Ryan McNeil has a question. He says, which franchise would you rather be going forward? And obviously, I think we know the answer to this. Brian, Yankees or Red Sox?
Unequivocally, the New York Yankees. Okay. There's problems, of course, Tony, but nothing would ever get me to that point where I'm going to say that the Red Sox have a better future, which they don't have a ton. They really don't. The one thing that they have over us is just like, an offense that doesn't look like they're in Little League. I mean, that's really it, right? I mean, I don't think there's like big, Devers is good. They have a Yoshida, but I don't think these guys are stars, right? And that's the difference. These guys are okay. Like that's like Tony with Larry Hardesty. They're okay, right?
I said Larry's all right. Okay, I said Larry's all right.
Hey, Larry.
Obviously, it's a sensitive subject with Lonnie, so I don't know if you should really bringing it up.
Yanni. Oh, jeez. But really, Tony, you're kind of almost bringing me down here. I feel like I'm getting excited. No, I'm saying the Jeter era, led Yankees.
No, that's awesome. I would love to see that for the Yankees. It would get everyone riled. But I don't know, dude. It's just at all point again, like leading up to this, it just seemed like all the signs pointed to not so much, dude.
Right, but then.
I know things change, dude.
And it would be ridiculous, Tony, because on the Fox set, he did say, if I were the Yankees, I would go get Juan Soto. So, I mean, does that mean, the Padres crash and burn like they have all season, Jeter general manager, that a trade will be in the works?
That would be sick if he was general manager. I'm sure that would be one of the things he would want to do, is to go out and get Juan Soto and acquire some better players for sure. A couple comments here. Josh B says Devers is a stud. Lonnie, the disrespect of Larry on this show. How dare you, Brian?
This is what happens, Larry.
This is what happens, Larry. That's so funny.
But because like some reports have come out, that Padre clubhouse is a mess and that Soto is a diva.
Really?
If you were the Yankees, you have to give up whatever 4 or 5 prospects, 4 or 5 of your best. Would there be any hesitation about that? And the contract extension is locked in, but just the diva personality, would that worry you at all, Tony?
No, it wouldn't, honestly, because I think I mean, I guess it would be a worry if it could go wrong, but I think Juan Soto, he is a super young player. He was on the Nationals, an outlier in terms of he was their face, and went to the Padres, and it's like, yeah, there's other talented players, but I mean, they were a dumpster fire. I think the poor management, Tatis with the steroids, Machado with the ego. It's just not a good place, I think, for a young athlete, it seems. And then obviously, their record shows it. I think if he comes to New York and he acts like that, he's going to be humbled quite quickly by the New York fan base, by players around him. I mean, you're talking, a team that is, has high expectations, has always had high expectations, has great players. So I think that divaness shouldn't be a problem.
And who do you think the best, former 90s Yankee would be best? Let's assume Jeter as the manager or as the general manager. Who would be best to take over as manager from that group?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I mean, has anyone said they're interested from that group?
Well, I don't know if they've really been asked,
I mean, I feel like really anyone, right? I mean, I feel like the only thing that I would really want someone to do from that group, because you think about, again, like that, the entire year, even, that era of teams that the Yankees had. I mean, I feel like the fan base would be excited. The players would be excited for really anyone.
Maybe Georgie will juice one.
I
mean, catcher as a manager, that's worked before, obviously. Torrey,
yeah, I like it. Again, as long as someone comes in and it's not, I would just be worried that they're a manager because they were on that team rather than like they want to be a manager. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But don't you think there would be a big push from Derek Jeter as the general manager to get back to regular Yankee baseball?
Yeah.
Analytics kind of really push down the line and used in spots and not setting the lineup. And I mean, I feel like, Tino or Georgie as manager, the other as bench coach, Andy Pettitte as pitching coach. Like, are you kidding, Tony?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Pettitte's already involved, so I don't think that should be too hard.
Right.
And I just feel like there's no way that they can't instill that in the players and just set a tone that whatever nonsense is going on under Aaron Boone is not going to happen anymore.
Right. That would be ridiculous if they cleaned house and brought in
the 90s Yankees.
Yeah.
Would you see it working?
Well, I mean, I guess if they're all working in tandem, yeah, it's not like there's just like, it's not like it's just Jeter at GM,
right,
or just Tino at manager or something. If they're all working in tandem together, yeah, I think it'll work.
And Josh B says, whoever is the head coach of this team is just a puppet. And it's like, I don't know if he meant like moving forward, if he's just talking about right now, but what I'm saying, Josh, is I get it under Cashman, it has to be that way, but I don't see any way that it would be that way under Derek Jeter.
Yeah, I couldn't see that either.
I think there would be a big push, on the younger players, and just really, I mean, hard to argue, Tony, that the whole front office and coaching staff, like they almost all should lose their jobs other than bullpen coach Mike Harkey.
No, I totally agree.
So it's just such a weird spot to be in. But I guess you just continue to move forward, right, Tony? I mean, what choice do we have?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna give up, Brian. You got to move forward.
And do you like? I am all in on because we've missed obviously on bringing in big talent. Do you agree with me? Like whatever it takes for Soto. Like in guys like that, you just bring him in. You don't worry about the prospects. Like there's no prospect that needs to stay.
Yeah, I think I agree with that, dude. But I also think, I mean, you got to get rid of other guys in your lineup too.
Like, well, what I said about the 80%.
Yeah.
is Stanton public enemy number one in terms of like who you think getting rid of would impact the team most positively?
Yeah, I think so. Just because he's always at DH too, if he's not in the field, and his hitting has been horrendous. He's probably public enemy number one, and then DJ is probably number two. I mean, you need a better, more reliable versus a utility player, I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then Josh B says, like he did in Miami, honestly, I think he did it okay building that team. And
Clearly,
that's
look at
got
them.
him on the trajectory.
Yeah.
And how ironic would it be when he took over? He ate Stanton money to move him to the Yankees. And then, his first move taking over would be to get rid of Stanton again, which would be kind of interesting. Ryan McNeil's pumped up and wants me to be the next Yankee manager.
Next Yankees manager.
I would definitely give it a shot. But I have to say, this kind of see, I was all pumped up. Stud Ryan. Okay. Obviously a big Red Sox fan, but my whole thing is, I think, and I don't know about you, Tony, but I think I would be more useful in the front office, roster construction.
Yeah, I think so too.
Versus, I mean, the day to day with the players. You save that for actually a former player.
Yeah, exactly.
Or move Judge. Stop. That's almost like Michael just saying something to get me riled. Like Josh B can't be serious.
Wow, with the eyes, he's got the eyes, dude.
No,
what would it take, dude?
Nothing.
Like if it's
nothing.
If it's Soto,
nothing.
You get Soto from the Padres.
No.
They'll give you Tatis Jr.
No.
They'll give you Machado, so you have a solid third baseman,
and we'll give him the middle finger.
Oh God, dude.
No, but I really want to know what Ryan's saying delusional. I mean, what is delusional about what I just said? Other than they love Cashman, nothing's gonna change, blah 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 blah. But it's like I feel like that narrative changes when you embarrass yourself on the field.
I do, but no, I think what it could be delusional is thinking that Jeter and like Pettit and Martinez.
Well, Pettit, who's already part of the organization.
I'm saying, but all these all these guys are going to be in some type of manager coaching position come next season. I think. I think that's a little bit of a stretch for all of them to be there.
But like I said, Andy's there, so that's not a stretch. Jeter, like he made that comment last year, taking Cashman's job. That makes sense. And then I'm only looking, Tony, like, and obviously I'll take as many as I could get, but I'm only looking for one more.
Right.
And I think Tino, he's been on the sidelines for a while after I think getting the boot as the Marlins hitting coach. I mean, he's ready to smash some water coolers or no? I mean,
I think so.
Paul O'Neill hitting coach.
Paul O'Neill hitting coach would be sick.
And I think he would do it.
Yeah. And honestly, I think having Mattingly in there would be nice too.
Yeah. Yeah. Bridge the gap.
Josh B says Stanton was MVP. Jeter moves him. And look at the contract we were dealing with.
That's one, though, that I have to say. That's not on really Cashman, as much as I hate Cashman. That's on Stanton. He hasn't been even close to the player that he was in Miami.
He's saying Judge is the same type of player.
But it's just like if Stanton did what he was supposed to do. I mean, Ryan McNeil wants to talk about the Red Sox. I mean, that combination was supposed to be like Big Papi and Manny Ramirez.
Yeah. Speaking of Ryan, he says, thank you, Tony. Dude is living in the 90s. It's like me saying Pedro and Papi will save the Sox.
It is interesting. This type of conversation just reminds me why I've butted heads with Red Sox fans over the years. So very, very, very interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on the field. Like you might have a better record than this year. But as we always do, things will be put in place to return to glory, Tony, to the top, the pinnacle of the sport. Okay. So the more embarrassment, the better for the rest of the season. That's what it is. And you know that. Right now, they're better off losing 11-0 tonight. No?
The Yankees, yeah. Against Jamaican
native, Charlie Morton, Randy Vasquez, not opening, so we're not getting cute with Vasquez. And he says, I clown the Yanks, but the sport is better when the Yankees are good, which it is, Right, Tony?
Yeah.
Are you going to pull the David Cohn? It's really a Mets town.
I mean, it is. People just don't know it yet.
So we're gonna get to my incorrect prediction of the Yankee game tonight. And I wanted to go to the Mets, but Josh B, what does he say?
Josh B quoted, "What's he supposed to do?" This tease was supposed to win a World Series. Team. Okay, yeah, team was supposed to win a World Series by now since 2009.
Yeah. Exactly. I want a lot of change. And it's like, I know, like I said, I know the narrative's been that there's not going to be that, Cashman is part of the Steinbrenner family and stuff, but they've never been embarrassed like this. And the thing is, I personally think this isn't the worst of it, Tony. I mean, and I don't know. I think they've lost like 7 out of 8 or something, but I literally can see them winning 1 out of their next 10 games moving forward. I really can, the way that they look right now.
Yeah. I mean, I can see the Red Sox coming in, right? Are you playing the Red Sox next in Yankee Stadium, I think? Next?
That does sound right.
3 games set. I can see the Red Sox coming in and taking like 2 out of 3.
And then, the fire Cashman chance, the fire Boone, the Boo Birds, the fire Brian Cashman night next month. I mean, those are all things, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
You gonna go to that night? Is that a real night?
Yeah.
So they're pulling almost like what the A's did?
Yeah.
This season?
Let's see here. So this is Friday, September 22nd.
Fire Cashman night.
Yeah.
Who said it? Like, who organized
I don't know.
this?
Some fan did.
That's kind of sick, dude.
Yeah. I mean, stuff like that. And, Cashman might send down his little aide to like remove the sign and stuff.
Yeah, that's fucking lame.
He's lame.
He is a little weasel.
He's a loser,
bro. Honestly,
Tony. He's a
dude.
complete loser.
No fucking balls on him, dude.
No backbone. So from one disaster to another, Tony, what happened last night?
Don't compare the Mets to the Yankees, okay, dude? This is not the same thing. All right.
We'll see next year.
Yeah, exactly. We will see next year, dude.
Roster
When
construction.
David Wright is our manager, okay, dude?
But stuff like that happens, though. It's not that crazy.
No, yeah, it's possible.
Mark
Yeah.
Kotze played for the A's. I mean, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's working out well.
All right, let's look at the game last night of the Mets, dude. I watched this game almost in full, actually.
How'd you manage to do that?
Just got home.
The rally.
Yeah, the rally. Watched the game. It was still a great time watching. And honestly, the game was tight. 1-1 the whole time, dude. Well, most of the time, I should say. So let's start off, by breaking down some of the scoring early on. Brandon Nimmo, I think, has his 17th home run last night. Oh, God damn it. I can't believe I forgot. This is going to bother me, dude. Let's look it up, dude. 17th home run, career high, I believe. It definitely is a career high. So that's nice to start off the inning, bottom of the first, leadoff home run. I mean, you love to see that. Makes it 1-1. But then top of the second, Peguero homers to make it 1-1. And it stays around that for, the next 5 innings. But, David Peterson started for the Mets here. And he got into a pretty tough jam in the 3rd inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. And wouldn't you know it, dude, a leader of the team has a long conversation with him on the pitcher's mound. Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes even. You know who it was?
Who?
Francisco Lindor. What does Peterson do? Strike out the next 2 batters, ends the inning, leaves 3 men stranded on, dude. So here we go again. I mean, I feel like Lindor was listening to Lonnie and Brian last Sunday.
That's probably what it was.
Two Yankees fans that barely even, watch Mets games, try to say he's not a great player and compare him to Aaron Judge for some reason. But so you wonder what he said, and it seems like he's having a good, significant positive impact on the team. But Peterson, after that, his final line, 3 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned runs, 6 walks. I think it's a career high for him in terms of walks. 5 Ks, gave up that solo shot in the second, threw 91 pitches over 3 2/3. So it was not really efficient. You could tell with the 6 walks. And I think, Keith, actually, another guy you love so much, had some,
We're actually all talking last night how he's such a loser.
really, because he had some tremendous insight, honestly, on Peterson. And it was pretty interesting because he was talking about how Peterson keeps hammering. He tries to get the high fastballs past people, but his fastball, it's like 92 miles an hour at most. And he was like, if I was Peterson, I'd be throwing like curveballs, like low and inside.
Well, if it was Peterson, I mean, he'd be suspended for the year for drugs, no?
And wouldn't you know it, dude? Peterson comes in here and starts throwing curveballs and changeups low and inside and gets some strikeouts. So it's pretty interesting that, someone as smart and as handsome and as funny as Keith Hernandez,
oh my God,
has that type of
Just wanna
insight.
Throw up,
dude. That was really interesting, dude. But 4th inning here, 2 outs in. I think Peterson gives up a single to I forget who. But they bring in Buteau with 2 outs. He strikes out that one batter. He was actually throwing the fastest he has all season. I think 97 was his fastball. And this is a guy who's been up a few times, struggled against like the Nationals, walking everyone, like not good. But he goes on. I think he like struck out the first 4 of the first 5 batters faced, I think. And the other one was a walk. So he wasn't even giving up hits, honestly. But his final line through 63 pitches, which is the most I think he's thrown to as a Met, 2 2/3, 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and those 3 earned runs were inherited because he got into some trouble here in the 7th. This was the collapsing implosion inning.
Ring around the rosy.
It was a ring around the rosy here. I mean, I can pull up who for the Pirates it was, but I mean, I really don't give a shit, to be honest, because the Pirates are fucking lame. But let's go to the 7th here. So, you know, Buteau here is still, I think, so Buteau is out. Yeah. So I don't know why this is wrong, but they bring in Grant Hartwig, the 26-year-old, someone who I was kind of, you know, high on. But I mean, you're bringing in a young pitcher. I understand if you're Buck, you're probably thinking it's a good time to test him. A young bullpen guy being brought in. There's bases loaded. There's 1 out. And your job is to really just try and limit damage as much as possible. You know, even the way he was playing the infield, they were kind of conceding a run at first, and just trying to limit damage. But Grant Hartwig cannot fucking throw a strike. I think his first 5 pitches were balls. So he walks the first guy, brings the runner in. So now they're up 2-1. And it sucks that Buteau gets an earned run because of that too. It was a walk by Hartwig. The very next pitch, he plunks who was the guy? Triolo. So another runner gets brought in. That's 3-1 right there. And then they labeled it as a pass ball from Alvarez, but it was kind of wild pitch by Grant Hartwig. It was like a slider that was so like inside. And again, like, say what you will about the catchers, you know, being down on the one leg, you're less mobile, you're reaching because of it. It was a fucking wild pitch. It's a pitch that shouldn't have been there.
Right.
It was a mislocated pitch.
Yeah.
Which brought another run, made it 4-1. And then after that, RBI double from delay, made it 6-1. Reynolds made it 7-1 with an RBI triple to right. And Grant Hartwig was pulled at that point. And I think they brought in Drew Smith. But it was just a total implosion by Grant Hartwig. Literally just either was clearly not ready, too nervous, the pressure of it all. I don't understand why he was really feeling pressure because the game means nothing. And it's a Pittsburgh Pirates lineup. He couldn't throw a strike. Couldn't get the ball over the plate. So an absolute implosion there. And you knew it. It was a 1-1 game going into the 7th inning. You know, it was very rare that, you know, scoring would start out of nowhere. Bottom of the 7th comes. Stewart actually gets a 2-run homer with Alvarez on base. And then Arauz homers solo shot. I guess his second, you know, career home run, which is nice for him. Makes it 7-4. But then, you know, obviously they didn't score the rest of the game. 7-4 loss to the Pirates. A team that now I think they're both 54 and 66 now. So, you know, obviously kind of a low period there for the Mets as it has been recently. Total implosion for Grant Hartwig. You hope he can kind of, you know, I guess shake it off. I mean, you expect for the way Hartwig was pitching, I understand he's had some times where he was struggling. But for a young pitcher, I kind of thought it wasn't a terrible move to bring him in here at this point and to test him. And I kind of thought he would have succeeded and Buck would have looked good because we know, Buteau, bases loaded, 1 out. He's giving up a run anyway. Buteau's either going to walk someone, give up a hit anyway.
Right.
Might as well try the young guy. And it sucks that he didn't perform. Yeah, he just couldn't throw a strike, dude. It was just, again, that's like a mental lapse. Obviously a situation he's really never faced before, at least in the major leagues anyway. So, tough look for him, tough loss for the Mets. And again, like, it's funny, ironically, after that, imagine if they got out of that inning unscathed. If Buteau just pitched well,
Right.
the next inning, you're scoring 3 runs.
Right. You're back in it.
So sucks, dude. But I mean, for me, it's still nice to sit down and watch the game.
Yeah. Series finale tonight.
Series finale tonight. Again, I mean, you're. Oh, wait, no, that was. That's right. No, it is series finale tonight. Yeah, I'm shocked. I mean, you're hoping for a win. Actually, today, 110 game. Look at that.
Oh, well, I kind of had a feeling it was a getaway game.
It should be interesting to see if they have any delays or something with rain.
I don't think it's really supposed to rain that much.
No,
think
it's
like
not.
a little
McGill in the mound, though.
You think they're going to lose, you're saying?
Yeah, it's possible that they lose.
Yeah.
I mean, McGill in the mound. It's not 5.64 ERA. Doesn't pitch well. Doesn't pitch deep into games.
Who's on the other side?
Oviedo.
I mean,
Who also sucks, but I could see also,
Do we really have to wait for football season just to get our energy back, Tony? Or?
I guess, dude. I don't know. Fucking give me the Mets. Let's go, dude. Alonso, 36th home run. Lindor, 2 home runs and a middle finger to Brian and Lonnie, dude. And I say they lead the Mets victory. Alvarez a ding or 2. Maybe there's going to be some murmurs of Daniel Murphy, joining the Mets staff next season. I don't know if you heard he officially announced his retirement yesterday. It was a whole big thing.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
They were talking about that last
But Mets win 5-1.
Ryan McNeil beating a dead horse over here, huh?
Mets should also bring back what got them their last World Series, but instead of Jeter, it's that sweet 86 cocaine.
I mean, they could go with the 15, National League pennant champions. Bring Matt Harvey in there.
Daniel Murphy,
drug control.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly, dude. I know you can't have both Matt Harvey and the cocaine. I feel like it's one or the other, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think Harvey's sober now at this point.
Is he though? No, he's not.
Really? You heard that he was having
because he was at a fucking game with a beer in his hand.
Well, maybe sober at least from the opioids. I mean, it's a start, right? No?
Yeah, dude, sure. I mean, he's not playing anymore. What the fuck do I care, dude? Go ahead, take him. Take him.
If you had to give me, let's say the Mets today, and like I know it's one of those things like, oh, it shouldn't be that close or whatever, but like Pete Alonso, walk-off grand slam. What would you say excitement level for you, 1 to 10?
I mean, if I'm watching it,
yeah,
I'm excited.
Like that excited, even though
like I'll jump up, be like, "Fuck yeah, let's go!"
It's just in the moment,
right? It's just one game.
Once you step back,
yeah, it's like it doesn't really matter anyway, dude.
You're just tight.
Yeah.
Wait, one more comment, or
yeah, we have one more comment. That sweet 86 cocaine. Wow, that's right, Lonnie. Something the Yankees could never do.
What?
Like be all drugged up and win a lot of games in a World Series.
Doc and Darryl played for us as well. I mean,
yeah, but afterwards, dude. Afterwards, they were clean, dude. Especially this was the whole team.
Unfortunately,
dude.
I mean,
cocaine in the clubhouse, smoking packs of cigarettes in the dugout, dude. The drinking.
I don't have like a source or anything, but I mean, I did hear that.
I'm sure they
till recently. I mean, I think it was Doc. Like when they did the Doc and Darryl video.
Mm-hmm.
That people were saying like that he was still like doing stuff. I don't know what, but which is obviously a shame,
Yeah.
But
well, Lonnie texted me.
What did he say?
It's a picture of his breakfast.
What does he got?
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Oh wow, with
homemade?
Yeah, homemade bacon, egg, and cheese with strawberry preserves and butter on it.
There we go. It's a start,
That's fire, dude. It looks like a cinnamon raisin bagel, perhaps as well. My dad showed me that like when I was a kid to make a sausage, egg, and cheese and put jelly on one half of the sandwich. A little sweet and salty, so good.
There you go.
I will say though, it looks like Yanni here, as this is the photo.
Yeah,
which looks good. The bagel, I'm sure, is way better than any bagel you're gonna get in the state. Bacon looks good. Could be a little more crispy, but it looks buttery and so delicious. Cheese. Nice. The egg, though, I know like sometimes I do it too, because like in the interest of time, but like when you just like crack the egg and you just like hit the yolk and fry it that way.
Yeah.
As opposed to like trying to
Mix
scramble
it
it.
in.
Yeah, you know.
Because it
And it's like, but the
yeah,
scramble is better. Like it really
Yeah,
is.
it
you
is.
know?
It is.
But
Yeah.
gosh.
that-
Oh,
that
he
sounds
says
good right
yes,
now.
the raisin bagel.
There we
that
go.
sounds
There we
so
go.
fucking good right now.
You know what
dude.
else does? And I guess it really doesn't, but I guess for like you said, just in the moment, a nice tight Yankee win tonight. And I mean, this is the last straw for me. If they get embarrassed again, I'm not even gonna pick them anymore. But I don't know. I guess my feeling is I like Vasquez. Morton is the most hittable out of everybody that they've thrown out there so far this series. So my delusional self, Ryan McNeil, thinks that the Yankees are going to win this one tonight. Vasquez, give him 6 innings, 2 earned, 5-3. Judge, 3 hits, 2-run homer. Tony, no,
I agree with that.
salvage it.
Where are we in the standings right now? What do we got?
So we got a tight one. So it's 19-17. Me.
I gained a game.
No, it was 17-15 yesterday.
Oh, so we want to okay.
Yeah.
Next pick, I'm going to say Blue Jays. Goshman has been pitching well as of recently. Also, Phillies on a 3-game losing streak, dropping the first game to Toronto last night, 2-1. Before that, they lost to Minnesota 3-0, and then 8-1. So offense has been in a little bit of a low, to say the least, as they've only scored 2 runs in their last 3 games, dude. So give me Toronto. I say Goshman pitches 7 innings here, bringing his ERA down, perhaps even below 3 finally. So 7 innings, 1 earned run. And I think Aaron Nola gets a little popped here from Toronto. Bo Bichette, Guerrero Jr. say, hey, man, we got this.
And then he said, they better come.
And I said, you better come. But in all here, I think Toronto takes this one. I'm going to say, I don't know, 5-1. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds great. And
Right.
I'm going to piggyback off what you did yesterday with the Mariners over the Royals.
And I said, you better come.
You look at yesterday, after blowing the game the night before, they did win 10-8 and 10. I think this is going to be a little easier tonight. You got a pitching match with Luis Castillo versus it looks like Joe MacArthur, James MacArthur, who hasn't pitched much, 6 innings, 13.50 ERA. Castillo with ease, Tony, mowing down the Royals. Would have been nice on our team.
Would have been nice on our team too.
And then I'm gonna say Mariners here. Cal Raleigh with a grand slam. Mariners 10, Royals 2. The more Boston Scuds,
Yeah,
I'll root for the
dude.
Yankees. The better they do, the less they'll clean house. The house is cleaned. All right. Let me just say the cleaning lady has been fired. Okay.
Also, Lonnie says, by the way, he goes, it's a fried egg. I'm Caribbean. I like scrambled eggs too. I don't really know what that means, to be honest.
No, me either.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, like normally, like that fried egg, like if you're gonna fry the egg, like don't break the yolk, then, dude. Have the yolk.
Right.
All right, dude. He sent me another picture of it. Actually, it looks so like my stomach.
Oh, I'm dying over here.
Country cow right now with bacon, egg, and cheese.
Wow.
Probably have like 3 of them, honestly.
I forgot what coffee tasted like. And food.
Stop it, dude.
And water.
Stop it. You're a little dramatic, Brian. But I think my last pick, I just had it open actually. Fudge. Diamondbacks. No. In Colorado, I don't like it, dude. Did the Giants win last night?
No.
They did not. They did win 7-0 Tampa Bay. Did you have the records correct, dude?
What are you talking about? Our records?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and you were right. I was up 3 going into last night. I went 1-2. You went 2-1. So it's 1917. The records were already right.
You're scaring me.
I'm scaring you, but you've won the last 5. But I'm scaring you.
Yeah, you are, dude. All right, dude.
All right,
dude, Lonnie. Dude, there's a lot of fucking games, dude, Lonnie.
Yeah.
I mean, the Angels just have been sucking so much. How do I not take Texas? Law of averages, dude. Reed Detmers. Texas going for the sweep. Let's see Reed Detmers' last 5 starts. Okay. Oh, dude. 4 of his last 5 starts, losses. Most recently, 2 in a third inning, 7 earned runs against Houston, 7 earned runs in 4 innings against Seattle. I'm gonna say give me the Rangers here. The debt man not looking good, but I'll tell you who is looking good. John Gray for the Rangers. I feel like there's like a million guys with the last name Gray in the MLB. Kind of ridiculous. But I would say, looking at the 31-year-old's statistic this season, 8-5 with a 3.65 ERA, just threw 7 scoreless against the Padres. Understand the Padres aren't doing well, but obviously neither are the Angels. As Texas continues a West Coast trip here, trying to sweep the Angels tonight. I say they get it done. I say John Gray here continues maybe 6 innings, 1 earned run, 2 earned runs, maybe even. But Texas, I mean, Adolis Garcia, dude. Marcus Semien batting 282. Kind of interesting. Second baseman who I feel like free agent off of Toronto, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone who people kind of thought maybe he was down and out because of his age, wouldn't have another good year, playing pretty solid here for the Rangers. I say he has a maybe 2 for 4 a night with 3 ribbies. Texas goes on to win. I'll say 6-3.
All right.
Bag it and tag it, Brian.
I'm going to go with a trend, and I guess my trends don't usually work out, but I'm going to go with the Padres. I'm fading, once again, Dean Creamer. Despite his 11-4 record.
Dude.
Blake Snell on the hill. Padres, big win last night. Another Gary Sanchez home run. 16 home runs for Gary Sanchez in 57 games, Tony. Almost rivaling the 20 he hit for the New York Yankees back in 2016 in 53 games. So,
Stop it, dude.
The average, though, 77 points lower than it was that season. The doofus himself. But I think Snell, he's locked in. I mean, he's really impressed me. I have to say,
he kind of has.
We both said he sucked. This could get ugly quick. Padres are out of it, but for tonight, they're winning this game. I'm going to say Snell, 7 innings, 13 strikeouts.
Are you kidding?
2 hits. Padres 5. Orioles 3.
Where are you?
What is Kev saying?
Kev Do says it's your fucking boy Kev Do in the house. He says hashtag the company. Sorry I got in late. Got stuck working. No worries, Kev.
No
Do.
worries, Kev. No worries.
Mets and Yankees still suck, he says.
Can't argue it.
I love it,
dude. At
dude.
this point.
I love that you keep him up with that. Gotta stay consistent.
Yeah. And your mother at the buzzer says hi, fellas.
No, really?
There you go.
She called me last night, dude.
Did you call her back?
No, I answered her.
Okay.
I had an appointment with her. Sunday we had a phone call. But my mother calls me last night late, 11 o'clock. Hi, Mom, by the way. I was asleep, but
you picked up.
I did pick up because I'm a good son, Lonnie. But it's kind of funny because I got a similar call from my brother a few nights ago because I don't know if you're aware of this. But Netflix is cutting down on their sharing password shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like now they know like where you're located and you have to have like you have to submit like, oh, this is like my home TV. This is what's going to have to always be logged in.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother, my parents, my brother use my Netflix account because I'm a good son and brother. And obviously they were kicked off because of the whole sharing thing. So my brother called me last night. Oh, can you do this for me? I'm trying to watch. I forget what he was trying to watch. But then my mother last night called, hey, we were watching Cobra Kai, Anthony, and we got kicked out. What's going on? Tight.
Yeah.
You listen to me?
Yeah. The network, the Netflix password, Cobra Kai, Tony. Cobra Kai. Why Cobra Kai? No?
My parents like Cobra Kai. They were big Karate Kid fans when the movie came out in the 80s. Ron Marinaccio over there. My mother grew up watching that shit. Lonnie says, hi, Tony's mom. And then he also says, wait, did you guys hear about the Cook news yet? Jay, you believe me yet? Question mark. Jay's in the office today, so he's not watching.
And also, Lonnie, I'm looking online. I don't see anything about this. I don't know if this was a late night Larry Hardesty report.
Oh,
there's nothing about that. There's nothing.
Fading Larry, dude.
Nothing about his suspension. So
4 hours ago,
nothing.
4 Viking players from 2022 remains after. Yeah, no, that's not about him. 40 minutes ago.
So, I mean, I'm sure Lonnie will provide us some clarity on what he meant regarding that. But it could be late night Larry, the bourbon Tony. You never know, right?
Does he drink bourbon?
I don't know. Like, if anybody knew, it would be the man with ESPN, right?
Yeah, I feel like it, right?
Yeah. Wow. I was expecting him to say something. Dude paid off his baby mother, so he might get suspended. But there's no official report of this, Lonnie. And I'm not trying to be tight because Lonnie, I know, knows where it's at. But I'm just saying.
Paid her off for what, dude?
I don't know. I think there was some domestic issue a while ago.
Oh, really?
But no official report. Larry could have reported it, Tony. So maybe there's that, right?
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like it'd still be like something like that of that nature would have been talked about.
It would have been talked about. Plus, I think it's gonna be very minimal, if at all. And it's like if it's a couple games, it's all right, you know.
Honestly, like it is all right.
And I just looked on Twitter myself. Nothing, Tony. Literally nothing. Everybody's just excited about the Jets' offense.
Honestly,
Larry just said the disrespect of Larry, Tony.
Dude, we should have Larry calling.
Yeah, that would be great. But
yeah,
I do think it's Larry though. That's the source.
Cook signing with the New York Jets and Wilkins withdrawing the practice just extension.
And he said, "I never said it was a big deal. I'm just letting y'all know." No, and that's no problem, Lonnie. And like obviously we appreciate it. I think we were just confused the way you said it, that there was like some breaking news. Dalvin Cook suspended 3 games. That's how I took it. I don't know if that's how you took it, Tony.
The baby mama.
Yeah.
Money sucking loser.
Anything else you wanted to mention here on the way out? The source is ESPN, he said.
Source, stop reading the comments before they come up over here.
We gotta like figure that thing out.
I think
I get it first.
I think it's because you're on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And he's commenting on YouTube. So it probably takes a sec to get to the stream.
Okay.
The back doors and stuff, dude. Crazy set. I don't think I really have anything else going on. I mean, I'm honestly like super stoked for tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Good night's sleep. I want you sleeping by 8:15.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We got a shoot date today. I gotta have to edit afterwards. Gotta figure out, the mac and cheese.
9:30 is pushing it, Tony.
I think.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think.
But 9 o'clock should be fine.
All right.
And enough water too, Tony.
I've been drinking water, dude.
Extra water. Lonnie having fun with it.
Yeah.
But like every day, we're having fun with it, and we really do. We really do appreciate everybody tuning in, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Costume, the merch at downtimetv.com. Shout out to the company. We appreciate you. Lonnie, Josh B, the comments from Kev,
Ryan
McNeil,
no
your mother,
to, Jeff
as well. And also on the way out, Ryan McNeil, I like New York sports. This show gives me a reason to much love to yous. And then Lonnie says, great show. Hashtag rep the company. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets.
And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.